Hi guys and welcome back. So today I am going to be doing what I have pictured in my head is a brown smoky eye with a little bit of glitter. I feel like I've probably done one of these looks multiple times before, but it's really what I'm wanting to do today. So I'm going to keep the intro very short. So let's just get straight into it. I have already primed and done my eyebrows because I just thought I would do that to save a little bit of time. You guys have seen that a million times. Apologies for the way I look right now. Like, this is basically bed hair, just thrown back. My hair is so oily right now. I will probably fix it at the end, but right now, no. Just getting straight into it. I haven't set my eyes yet. I have them primed with concealer, but I haven't actually set them yet, so that's what I'm going to do now. And for that, I'm going to use the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores Translucent Powder. And I haven't used this in a really long time, purely for the fact that this goes everywhere. Okay, so getting into the, I have powder all over my face. Getting into the eyeshadow straight away, I'm going to use this one by Colourpop. I am not going to pronounce the name of this, so it's right there. Okay, so this is the palette right here. I'm really wanting to go in with, I guess, this color, this one, and then this one. If that one's too red, then I'll change it for something else, but that's kind of what we're gonna go for. So just taking a very big fluffy brush, I'm just gonna go straight in with this shade right here, which is called Carmelo. And I'm just going to buff that all through my crease and really blow it out. Okay, so once that is on and I've really like blown it out, I've made sure it's gone quite high up and the color is very consistent throughout the entire part of my eye. I have eyelash extensions going everywhere. I'm using a smaller blending brush now, a little bit smaller than the one that I just used. And I'm going to go in with this shade right here, which is called Malbec. And this is kind of like a reddy toned brown. So this one, if it doesn't work, I will just use just like a different type of brown from another palette. I'm gonna run that through my crease, just not as high as the first color. I'm then just gonna go back to the first brush and a tiny bit of that first color just to kind of buff out any hard edges. With a much smaller blending brush, I'm now going to go in to the darker brown shade, which is this one just at the top of the palette. And this one is called Confectio, whatever. It's the brown one. And I'm only going to apply this to the outer V of my eye and kind of like drag it in a little bit, but it's going to be mostly focused on that area. Just going back in with that first really big brush and then a little bit of the first color and just kind of softening all of those edges. And I think I will go back in with that second like reddy brown color, just kind of like on the inner part, just to also bring that back a little bit more. I am going to put a tiny bit of concealer on just kind of like not even half of my lid, quarter of it basically, just to kind of get ready to apply just like a soft matte pale color, and then we'll do the glitter. So for the concealer, I am going to use the OXX Studio concealer. I think it's just called a concealer, and I have the shade 02 Ivory, and this was from when I did like my Kmart makeup haul or something like that. And from memory, I actually liked this, so I'm just gonna use it again and hope for the bloody best. So I'm just using a very soft, fluffy, angled shading brush. This is not a cut crease. This is not anything strategic or anything like that. You guys can make this as soft and as messy as you want, because that's what I'm gonna do. So as you can see, it's just like a really tiny amount. Not gonna lie though, this concealer oxidizes so bad. Can you see? So like that's the amount I put down and that's in like 2 seconds. Alrighty, so now that that is on, I'm just gonna go in with the pale shade from the ColourPop palette. This one's called Luna, and I'm just gonna pop that all over my lid, just where I put the concealer. For the glitter, I do want to go in with 2 different types because I know they'll kind of bounce off each other quite well. So the first one I really want to use is the Revlon Photo Ready Art. So this side here, the glitter, and this is in the shade Topaz Twinkle. Such a weird name. And then I have the Stila Magnificent Metal Eyes in the shade Diamond Dust, and I think I'll go in with that one at the very end, just over the top. The eyes are done. I'm just going to move straight on to my face now. For my primer and my foundation today, I'm using the CoverGirl True Blend Combo Skin Primer, which I haven't used in ages. And then I'm going to go in with the Maybelline Superstay Foundation, and I have mine in the shade... I can never remember my shade with fudge is the shade. Oh, 10 Ivory. Okay, so for my concealer, I am going to use 2 different types. The first one is the Tarte Shape Tape, and mine is in the shade Fair Neutral. And because this one is extremely light, I'm going to go in with the Urban Decay All Nighter Concealer, and I have mine in the shade Medium Light Neutral, just to kind of mix them in together so I don't get so pale. And then I'm also going to cream contour like a tiny bit. I'm going to use the NARS Laguna bronzer in the liquid form. Alright, I'm just gonna kind of like make sure there is no creases under my eyes, and I'm gonna go back in with that IT Cosmetics powder, and I'm going to use that to bake under my eyes. Hope to God I don't go blind, and then we'll bake the rest of the face, or set the rest of the face, the whatever. I can't speak. To set the rest of my face, I'm just going to go in with the Australis Fresh and Flawless powder. I'm going to use the darkest brown shade today just to make sure I don't turn pink. I am going to go back and finish off the rest of my eyes and then come back to the rest of my face. So pretty much the exact same order I did with those colors, where I went from the light color to the dark color to the darkest. I'm going to do the exact same thing. I'm just going to use a much smaller brush. So that's what we're going to do. For the inner corner highlight, I'm using this one here, which is called Estrella. I think that's what it's called. It's so pigmented, so I'm just going to use a really tiny amount and just pop that on my inner corner. I'm also just going to use a little bit of black pencil in my waterline, and I have this new one. It's just a little tester from Marc Jacobs. I don't actually know what this one is even called. Let me try and find the name. Okay, so this one is called the Highliner Gel Crayon, and I just have mine in the black shade. This is the cutest thing ever. To bronze, I'm going to start off with the CRT London Palm Island bronzer, which is this one here. Today I am using the NYX powder blush, and I have mine in the shade Mocha. Okay, so moving on to my highlighter, I'm going to use the Mecca Max Skin Halo in Solid Gold. I haven't used this in so long, but it's absolutely beautiful. Okay, these are not applying very well. There's literally nothing on my cheek. There we go. You know what? I'm not liking it. I'm not feeling it today. I'm gonna try the CRT London Starburst highlighter, which is this one here. Hope to God this one's better. Maybe it's the brush. What is going on? None of my highlighters are working. Okay, so I've just sprayed my face with a little bit of facial spray, and we're gonna see if my highlighter will apply now. I don't know what the hell is going on, but nothing really wants to apply very well. Okay, so round 2, I mean 3, 4, whatever. Okay, that's a bit better. For my lips, I just want to go for something nude and keep it quite simple. So I'm going to go in with the Beauty Bakery liquid lipstick in the shade Fortune Cookie. Then I'm just going to set my face with the Mecca Cosmetica Makeup Perfecting Mist. Okay guys, and that is the completed look, and I am obsessed. I really love this kind of look. This is something that I do kind of often, especially if I am going out to like big places. I haven't got my hoops in properly, so I'm just gonna kind of like cover them up a little bit. I just did my hair in like a really messy bun and just kind of like pulled the bits out on the side. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel before you leave today, because I am once again getting close to another little milestone. I'm almost at 500 subscribers. I'm fine. I'm fine. Anyways guys, I will see you in my next video. Bye.
You when your heart was broke, I filled your cup until it overflowed. Took it so far to keep you close. I was afraid to